trying to find a needle in a haystack. But when you post a job on ZipRecruiter, their matching technology finds these qualified candidates for you and invites them to apply. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Greeny.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com.
From the WZDX Pinpoint Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A cooler afternoon across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. It's going to feel downright chilly at times, a mix of sunshine and cloud cover. Temperatures only climbing into the low and mid-50s, dropping into the mid-30s as we head into the overnight. Some patchy frost in the traditionally cooler areas is something that's not out of the realm of possibility. Partly sunny skies for your Thursday. Temperatures hanging out in the upper 50s and lower 60s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Your home for the best coverage of football anywhere.
See, now this is a football. I want you to carry this with you always. Never let it out of your sight.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Who wants coffee? Anybody wants coffee?
Thom, can you get me a dog roll type thing?
The tire's tired.
He ain't good looking, but he sure ain't shy. He's a northern bred, southern fed, slick talking guy. Listeners in his posse are the junkyard dogs. The SEC from Tennessee to calling them hogs. From Gainesville up to Lexington to the Titan Tiger Land. Nobody does it like Thom Abraham.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Testosterone high today.
Yeah, Tom's a man, he's got the plan, he's really got it made. What a wife he's got, she's smoking hot. Check out the junkyard babe. When everything is said and done, no one can beat his show. He's a high-tech redneck, Tony Soprano. If you love sports without the fluff, he's got the master plan. 'Cause nobody does it like Thom Abraham, yeah.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond?
It must be Wednesday. I called it hump day.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Mike. What day is it, Mike? Let's guess what today is.
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah, baby! Yeah, what a hump day it is, too. Glad you are with us today on Hump Day in the Doghouse. Well, the Yankees broke out of their offensive slump last night against the Braves, getting that big wild pitch and a bases-loaded walk in the bottom of the eighth to beat the Atlanta Braves. God. Braves had a great opportunity in the seventh, but Freddie Freeman grounding out with the bases loaded, and, well, that was that. Kind of got a little bit of a look at what a Ronald Acuna-less Braves offense looks like right now. But on the plus side, Charlie Morton was very good last night. She gave up just 3 hits and 1 run in 6 strong innings, 99 pitches. God forbid he threw a 100th pitch. I mean, his arm would have fell off, right? You couldn't have him go another inning. I mean, you know. Jameson Taillon was good for the Yankees as well. He gave up 1 run on 4 hits in. Well, they stretched him out. He went 5 innings. I mean, that kid threw like 80 pitches in that game. 80. They'll go again tonight. Ian Anderson and Corey Kluber. We'll see if either one of those guys can reach 100 pitches. Braves are now 7-10. Yankees are 6-10. These are my World Series teams. And I am not wavering. Not yet. I don't know about you. But for me, it's Memorial Day. I make no decisions until Memorial Day. That's usually about 60 games in. About a third of the way. I'm not I can't even talk about it. I'm all choked up. These two teams are not doing very good right now. You know who is good right now? The Oakland A's. That's why you got to have a West Coast team. My Oakland A's. Strong with a sweep yesterday of the very good Minnesota Twins. A's have now won 10 in a row. 10 in a row. I need a glass of water. Phone lines are open. Feel free to jump in. 256-576-4977. 256-576-4977. Wolverine Dan was in a couple of times yesterday. I didn't get to him, so go ahead and jump in if you want to get on. Brandon's very upset. He's been on hold for 3 days. Hasn't gotten in yet. Brandon, go ahead and get in if you want. We also have the entire digital doghouse for you as well. Our Twitter feed at Thom Abraham Show. On the Facebook, it's Facebook.com/Thom Abraham Show. Your text window, 73229TA Show, boys. Use the text window. Good way to communicate with the show. I read those on the air, and then we can talk about them. It's better than sitting on hold sometimes. Sometimes it's a text window. The Zone is on Twitter and Twitch and Facebook at 97.7 ESPN, where you can watch the show. We're kind of testing out some new technology today, so hopefully everything is working properly there. But you can watch it there. You can also check out our YouTube channel, our new YouTube channel, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Like it, subscribe, get notifications, hit the Twitter bell or the little notification-y thing. You know, check that out. It's all good. Do some damage there. Get the app, too. The app will have a link to Zone 2, our alternate streaming channel, which has more great programming on it. That's right, there's a Zone 2. You never know. Stay tuned. There could be Zone 3, Zone 4, Zone 5. You don't know. It's taking over everything. Coming up in a few minutes, Tom Luginbill from ESPN is back with his take on the quarterbacks in the NFL. Also, a peek ahead at the quarterbacks in the SEC for the upcoming season. You know, in Georgia, they're talking about J.T. Daniels like he's a Heisman Trophy candidate now. He's a superstar. Oh, come on. It's 5 games. Let's dial it back a minute here. Hey, look, he might be very good. I don't have an axe to grind with Georgia. Might be good. But, you know, I don't know that J.T. Daniels is going to be a superstar. We'll see. Of course, Bo Nix is the most experienced quarterback in the league now, entering his 3rd year as a starter. Bryce Young could be a star. And at LSU, who knows? Is it Miles Brennan? Is it Max Johnson? Is it TJ Finley? Nah. It'll be Brennan or Johnson, right? Who knows? Who knows? And then at the top of the 11, you know what's coming up? Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. How about Dave Parker from the We Are Family Pirates of the 70s? Why did I dig this? Because I got a little 70s funk in me. That's why I dig this. That's why I like Earth, Wind, and Fire, Brothers Johnson. Don't like Donna Summer. Like the Sisters, though. Is this the only thing they ever did? Does anybody know? I don't know. Did Sister Sledge ever do anything else other than that? That's all I know. Think Dave Parker ever gets sick of hearing that? Of course, he was part of the Reds, the Brewers, had a great season with the Reds. From Cincinnati area. And then he was a world champion again with the 89 A's. Dave Parker is joining us at the top of the hour. He's got a new book out, Cobra. A Life of Baseball and Brotherhood. The Cobra. Is that not one of the best nicknames in the history of baseball? The Cobra. This morning, Alabama hoop star Josh Primo declared for the NBA draft. He has signed with a certified agent, which would allow him to return to the Tide were he not to get a solid draft projection. Primo started 19 games his freshman year. He played in all 30, or in 30, I don't know how many he played, but he played in 30 games. He averaged 8.1 points, 3.4 rebounds, and just under an assist a game. Honestly, he needs another year. I mean, come on. Josh Primo needs another year. I think he'll be back in T-Town. But what do I know? What do I know? Don't answer that question. Joe's over there. I'll tell you what you know. Don't answer that question. Just saying. He's over there in a little glass room. He's playing a Platters That Matter on a stacks of wax. He's keeping us on the air. He's working the buttons like the Wizard of Oz. You should have seen him when I was playing the We Are Family. He had the shoulders. He had the shoulder shuck going, man. He was digging on that stuff. He's jumping.
What is your name? Detective. It doesn't matter what your name is.
I'm the producer of this show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I put this thing together out of spit and polish.
It really doesn't matter what you think. It really doesn't matter what you say.
Real G's moving silence like lasagna.
Brilliant! You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
We're putting the band back together. We're on a mission from God.
Don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again.
Come back to reality, Thom.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh.
If you will feel better by punching me, go ahead.
Satisfaction is guaranteed.
Joe, you got a little of that. You got a little of that Sister Sledge funk in you, man. You got a little We Are Family in you.
No, I appreciate that music.
Yeah.
But I'm not rolling down the street with the windows down for my son to listen to that.
Little you don't have the shoulder. You don't have the boom box on the shoulder.
No,
the We Are Family.
No. Matter of fact, I don't think anybody had the boom box on the shoulder for that because I don't think the boom box was invented when that song was popular.
No. I think boom box was 70s. Some boom box was 70s. The shoulder boom box.
I thought the shoulder boom box.
I'm talking about the big boom box.
I thought the shoulder boom box was 80s.
No, I think that boom box was around, man, before you even. I think even pre-Joe Hunk era. I think that pre-Hunk era boom box was going. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to find out myself. Again, I'm seeing pictures from 1984, and that was when it became big. Boom boxes were soon developed in Japan in the early 70s and soon became popular there due to compact discs.
Yeah.
During the late 70s was when they became popular and into the 80s.
Yeah.
So
late 70s. That's Sister Sledge. It's 78, man. 79.
That is it. See, I thought they were 80s. So,
yeah. Joe, I don't know if you've been following this at all, but the European Soccer League of football teams that play soccer is no more, having crashed quicker than the Alliance and the XFL combined. And I'm saddened by this because it denies us the opportunity to hear Drew DeArmond break down the teams and their prospects. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that is what I've been told, that secretly that is his favorite sport. He plays to the audience in Huntsville that he is not a soccer man. But
oh, no, he big time.
Woo! I hear differently. I definitely hear differently.
Yeah,
just call him in the morning and ask.
Yeah, I think that's what I think the listeners need to do. I think the listeners need to call in to Drew DeArmond with Scott Tyson's show. I think they need to call in and they need to ask him to break down. I think Buggy, who is our only listener that knows even what the EPL is. Do they still call it that? The English Premier League.
What do they call?
Is it the Premiership or the English Premier League or the what do they call it?
I think the television, whenever you go to one of their games, says English or the English Premier League is the title.
So it's the EPL, not the ESL. The ESL was the European Super League, which nobody wants to play in anymore. But I don't know.
Just because of the bad press and everybody found out that it was a money grab.
Yeah, they're like, hey, what's the matter with you?
Wait a second, you're doing this for money? No, sorry. That kills the integrity of the sport of soccer.
It was like when Jerry Jones said that he was going to go with Nike when everybody else was doing Reebok. Remember that? Well, like Reebok had a deal with the NFL, and Jerry Jones was like, wait a minute, I'm going to do a deal for the Cowboys with Nike. And they're like, no, you can't do that. We do all for one, one for all in the NFL. The NFL is a 32, partners and where, we all, walk to the same drummer or, sing to the same beat or whatever. And he tried to break away a little bit there, and they kind of shot that down. Remember he was doing the Nike stuff, and they wouldn't wear the Reebok stuff and everything else?
Yeah, then you had to wear tape and things like that. Yep. Yep.
They had different hats on, and they didn't have like the league issued.
Yeah, it's like Patrick Mahomes whenever he went back to cheer for Texas Tech. He just had to cover up the Adidas symbol with a piece of tape.
One of the most famous episodes of that, Joe, was the Dream Team in '92. You were just a wee little boy then. But the Dream Team in 1992, if you look at pictures of the Dream Team at the medal ceremony when they played the national anthem, they all have their tops, their sweat tops on, and the flap is folded way over. They got like a zip down halfway like the Elvis Presley, and they got the flap way over, covering up the Reebok logo, which Reebok was the official of the Olympics, the official manufacturer of the Olympics. And half of the guys, most of the guys were like Nike guys. And they're like, Michael Jordan's like, no, I ain't wearing no Reebok.
No, that's the reason why Jordan had the flag draped across him, is because he was trying to hide the Reebok logo. And that's because he was a Nike guy. And he's like, I'm not wearing it. They're like, look, you kind of have to. And he's like, all right, well, I'll cover it up during the ceremony because I don't want my picture taken with that being on there.
Yeah. Now, Joe, I will say this about that. Joe's trying some new technology in the studio. And I'm going to say this. It appears that the video is a little choppier than it has been in the past, okay, because we're kind of testing some technology. And that's going to be my opinion on that, Joe. We look like a little bit like we're broadcasting from the moon right now. That's all I'm saying about that. We got a little bit of a broadcasting. Now, Yorkie says boomboxes were from the 80s. We've already established they were from the 70s. But, Joe, I'm just going to tell you right now, because I've been looking at the Twitch feed and the feed. We're a little bit – we're like we landed on the moon a little bit.
Yeah,
a little choppy.
we may be aborting mission on this. Yeah,
I'm going to say now that we're just trying different computers in the studio, playing around with different things. I'm going to say that computer doesn't have the horsepower to deliver. Look at it. We even got like little clicks and little things that come out. It very much reminds me in 1969 when we landed on the moon, although it wasn't in color.